Another day, another time for me to talk to you. It's gonna be, we're getting back to work. Even Uncle Ricky might have to get a job. Last time I had a job, that was 30 years ago, man. I was working for the court system, and before that, I worked all these jobs. I don't know if I could ever do a job, man. I mean, my job is to go be funny. I write, have some drinks afterwards, work at night. I like my job. Well, I understand why my ex-wife doesn't like me. That's a given. But no, I mean, it's like, I'm actually thinking about doing that, man, and getting me a job, man. Things have gotten so bad that, I might have to, who knows? One day you may see me with Uber Eats. Knock at your door. Hey, who wants to hear a joke and a pizza? That's crazy. That's madness. But a lot of my comedian friends were all keeping busy. They're doing podcasts, trying to, monetize themselves. And I get it, man. I am truly getting it here, man. I look at people, it's like everyday life. I'm not, and not to be facetious to me, but I'm not like you guys. No comics like you guys. We spend most of our days we're at home. It's just we spend all day there, and then we get on a plane and then we got to go perform. We come back. And I've actually had to look at people. I talked to my neighbors. I've never talked to my neighbors. I know them, but I've never really talked to them, and it's like lately here, it's like I've gotten to know a lot of my neighbors. Like my neighbors on my right side, he's a veteran, and his wife, she's an amazing person and she's got cancer. And I was like, we had a conversation about that. And she's a survivor, man. Hell yeah, you go. And on the other side, I got a friend of mine with her daughter and with her, with her son. And he's cool. We see him, we wave at each other. And then the other day, if anybody checked my posts out on my Instagram, my neighbors in back have a lot of kids, and they put a lot of stuff up there. I saw a unicorn, and I thought, man, I am losing my shit. When you see a unicorn in your backyard, either you're that high or you have issues. Anyway, so I've been, it's been something different now, and going to stores, like I've been cooking a lot. Like I'm a really good cook. And so I cook a lot, Mexican, comida mexicana, or, when it comes to like regular, what they call Americana, Americana food. Fish, shrimp. I used to cook in a restaurant. Ooh, Mexican and cooking. Didn't see that coming at all. But I learned how to cook because I watched my mom and I watched my uncle and aunt. And they're all great cooks. And I would sit there and watch how they did things, man. I mean, Mexican food is nothing, man. Arroz con pollo, or you have calabacita, or, you start making dishes that, I'm making dishes I hadn't done in years, And of course, it's showing. I tell you what, Mexicanas, like we cook with so much pasta, conchas and fideo, blah, 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 and tortillas, make homemade tortillas. And now I'm going like, now I know why we got diabetes. Why our culture is number one in diabetes, man. We are killing it. But it's fun to be at home and cook and, and get to do things you've never seen, It's like, and most time when I go shopping, it's at night, or early in the morning, or depends on when I'm getting groceries, which is hardly ever. I've been buying groceries, and I'm not gonna lie, that shit's getting expensive, man. I bought a pound and a half fajitas yesterday, cost me $16.99. I don't know why I got it. I just was shocked and awed about the whole thing. So a lot of times when I start thinking about, am I hungry? I gotta think about affordability. And I do understand why we are who we are and how we eat. Poor people eating is way different than rich people eating. When you're poor, you cook by quantity. I'm going to see that shit tomorrow in the morning when I wake up. I joke about it on my set, man, but it's like funny. It's like we learned how to eat poor, I have 6 brothers, sisters, and my mom and my dad. That's 8 people, man. It's like, and there was like, I laugh. I go to stores and I see kids picking out stuff to eat, snacks and blah, blah, blah. Hey, my mom had a set budget. She knew exactly what she was going to go get. And you don't grab anything, man, because it will get slapped out of your hand. Mom, I went, okay. I was kidding. There's no reason to get violent. You know what I mean? It's like she cooked at home. She cooked for 8 people, mom, man. It's like, you gotta if back in the day, your moms cooked, they cooked, man. They threw down and they cooked you good food. And there was no chasing food down, the hamburgers. I talk about my act. It's like, mom, I want a hamburger, mom, I want this. That cállate, cállate, cállate. Shut up. Like I said, man, and if mom cooked you a bowl of shit, you ate it. That's all you get. And if you told her no, she would tell you in a heartbeat, well, tomorrow you're getting fucking shit tacos, man. That's how shit works out in our house, man. And it's funny to me, like, and she would tell you, there was no, I don't like it. I would never, I told my brother told her one time, mom, I don't like what you made today. And she had a great line. She goes, pues comes caca, eat shit. And she meant it. That's like, she turned her back at that, comes caca? What do you want? What do you want from me? That's all we got. That's all we got. That makes me laugh when I see kids like, oh, I don't want to eat that, pues comes caca. Other thing she used to say that used to make me laugh my ass off is when you ask her, hey, mom, where you going? She goes, I'm going crazy. You want to go? Who says that to their kids, man? Do you want to go? And one time I told her yes, and she wasn't lying. She was in the car and just berating my dad. And I don't know. I said, I don't think desgraciado. He plays at night, and he's like, oh, shit. I just became her best friend. For 30 minutes, she went off, man, and asked me if I ever asked her if to go with her again. When she says I'm going crazy, no, I'm staying home where it's safe. It's like, I think that's the reason that I have this time by myself right now is to reminisce and think about some of this crazy stuff, man. Growing up, man, it's so different. For my friend Josh, I love him, Josh Kilbaza, and he talks about his, playing video games with his kid, and it's like, it kills me because, yeah, we didn't play video games. We were outside. That's one thing I've noticed about a lot now is like, I see a lot of kids playing outside and like in their own yards, social distancing and yelling at each other from back of the fence or across, whatever. And they're all having a great time. Why? Because it makes sense, man. It makes sense to not have your kids play video games, or makes sense not to sit at a restaurant and they're doing this. They're just staring the whole time. Staring. And it's like, at what point do you have a conversation with these assholes? That's harsh. But I call a spade, man. It's like you cannot. It's like when I had my kids and I cooked. And my daughter would sit at the table, my son would sit at the table, and X would help me cook. And we'd sit at the table and the TVs would go off and the phones would go off. And we talked. And there was a lot of funny in that. And talking and how are you doing and what's going on and blah, blah, blah. I don't see a lot of talking going on anymore. I see a lot of avoidance. Like, I'm going to my room. It's like that's why we only had one TV. I told my son one day, like, why come you don't get me a video game or TV? Because that's, if you want to see TV, you got to see it with me. Like, I don't know what you're watching, fool. I don't know what's on your phone. It's like, man, I don't get it anymore, man. It's like I know I sound like the old guy, I know you people are like, well, it's not like that anymore. Yeah, it is like that, man. You set the standards in your house. That's what you do. And if they don't like it, pues comes caca. Aquí, pues comes caca. That's all you got to do. It's like, it's like when I don't understand when kids became so delicate. Oh my God, you're hurting his feelings. Oh my God, can you see that he's stressed? No, I don't. I don't think when I was growing up, we ever got stressed out. We got tired. I know we played and jumped on trees and, sometimes you broke a finger, you hurt yourself really bad, but that's part of growing up. That's what you did. Played in alleys, went to the river. Yeah, we literally, it sounds like a cliche, but we went to the San Antonio River and jumped in and swam for hours. I had to go with my brother because he could swim. I couldn't. Or he went to, the city pools. I know we can't do stuff like that anymore, but, it's crazy to me, man. I just think this time with you and your family, with your children, have fun, man. Talk to them. Turn off the TV. I'm going to tell you something, man. And don't freak out because I talked about this on other formats, but I'm going to tell you people, okay? I dance for an hour. Yeah, what? I danced 70s, R&B, bachata, salsa. I'm up here for an hour. That's the best exercise ever, man. Everybody goes like, my kids are going to gym. No, man, just go out there and you and your wife dance like you used to when you first met her that you never did again. Do something like that. Let your kids laugh about how mom and dad get down. Do that for an hour, man. I mean, you're not doing anything anyway. 30 minutes. Have your kids join in. You know, play board games, man. I had a board game earlier. It's, life, game of life. Not video games, board games. Because when you play stuff, when you play board games, right? And you're playing like, oh yeah. You think I'm kidding? I still got this today, man. And you learn something. You learn about life. You fool. This is what I mean, man. And there's we play Monopoly. Everybody goes, oh my God, Monopoly. So no, man, it's a board game and you learn about finances and how to do things, okay? So as stupid as it sounds, do something different. I don't know. Maybe I'm barking up the wrong tree. Maybe I'm, too old, too set. But I know that if we don't start talking to our children and we make them rely on things like video and not us, not I mean rely on that, man, but it's like one thing that you can't Google, one thing that you cannot Google is life. You can't Google life, my friend. That's what you bring as a parent. That's what grandfathers bring as a parent, grandparents. I'm going to go ask grandpa because he's been around. I mean, not all grandpas are cool. Mine was pretty much an alcoholic, but that's beside the point. There was some good advice. At least visually go, I don't want to be like him. And we had grandma. Grandma was cool. Grandma, man, my grandma cooked and ay, mijo. She was always like, ay, mijo, ay, tú, ay. I like it all hurt her like we were that messed up. ¿Quieres café? That was the other one, man. My sisters, when they talk to her and they start discussing their relationships with their husbands, and all of a sudden, grandma, you know what he did? ¿Quieres café? Un cafecito con azúcar. Because that made it all better. Now we depend on therapists. Go see a therapist. No, grandma knows. She's banged a few dozen men in her life. I'm pretty sure she knows. And grandpa's the same way. Anyway, I just wanted to throw some thoughts down today and hopefully make you laugh and think a little bit about things happening in the world. At least based on my world, maybe it'll associate you, man, But if you're taking this time out, spend time with your kids, man. Get them off the computer. Go outside, barbecue, And if not that, just spend time, just pick up a board game or, play stupid games like, whatever. And that way you can get closer. I think family, they get closer, you get better. But you get separated in this whole wash of electronics and technology. It's never a good thing. Anyway, that's it for me. I'm going to quarantine some more. In other words, I got to be by myself. I love you guys, man. Thanks for listening. And, I don't know. Maybe if you want to ask me a question, drop me a line. I'm cool. I talk about a lot of things, man. Anyway, Funny Rick, at Funny Rick on Instagram. And I'm also on Facebook. I know that sounds so old. I say that now. I'm like, damn, I'm old. I could have said something totally different. I could have told you what's that other one, man? The one that used to, oh my God, the first one. The first ever. Tom. MySpace. I looked it up the other day. It's a music kind of thing, man. But it's like, I'm not good with technology and, that's a story for a different place, but I got to get out of here. Thank you for listening, man. And hit me up on Facebook at comedian Rick Gutierrez. Go to my fan page. And also, man, I love you guys. Stay safe. Stay quarantined until they tell you to come out. Okay? Love you lots.